Daddy.
And this video is going to be about my labor and delivery story.
Yeah.
Tell them why we haven't been on here.
I don't know why.
You probably didn't know I was pregnant because we haven't really posted on here for a long time. Alright, let's get this story started because it's kind of long.
Yeah.
Alright, so it was the day of December 11th. Okay, I'm going to start from when we went to school that day and continue. Okay, so that Tuesday was supposed to be my last day of school. So I went and I had a doctor's appointment that day. So me and Destiny got checked out early at 2 o'clock. So we went to the doctor and he checked me and he said I was only 1 centimeter dilated. But my feet were so badly swollen. And my stretch marks that just popped up, he was kind of concerned about those. So he planned to induce me the next morning. They said we had to call the head nurse of labor and delivery to get what time we need to show up the next day. So we had to come home from the doctor, and me and Destiny, we took a nap. Alright? We usually do that anyway.
Then when we woke up, we went to Walmart and we was gonna get our gifts for Secret Santa.
And I had to get some last minute stuff to pack my bag because I haven't even packed it. And I was planning on getting it due for the next day.
And then we got the Fazoli's.
Yeah, I had to get some bigger underwear because they said you're going to be in a lot of pain down there. So get bigger underwear so you can be comfortable. So then, I come home and I packed my bag up. So then, after that, me and Destiny thought it would be a good idea to do exercises to get the baby out. So we're literally, you know how
not get the baby out.
Well, to get
make her come
dilated, to get more dilated, because he said I was barely dilated when we was at the doctor. So you know how people bounce on those balls? So we was bouncing on our beds for about 10 to 15 minutes. And so after that we just started watching YouTube videos. So then I'm laying in my bed watching my videos, and I start feeling real bad, like cramping, but it's kind of worse than that in my lower abdomen area. I didn't think nothing of it, so I just went to the bathroom. I thought I just had to poop. So I went in there, came back, and started watching more videos. And then I kept getting worse and worse. And then I kind of felt some stuff come out, so I went to the bathroom. You know, I'm sitting there, and Destiny comes in there. Because she's worried. So I look down in the toilet, and I see some blood is in there. So Destiny told my mom. And what did she say? Destiny?
I think she said, is she going in later? Do we need to go to the hospital now? But babe just said, no, I think she's fine, so.
So we come back in here and I started to watch more videos on my phone. But then I kept feeling stuff coming out, so I went back in there and stuff kept coming out, but it was just a little, but I didn't think nothing of it because people say when
your wire breaks, it's like
that it's like a lot of stuff coming out, but that just wasn't the case with me. It was just little by little. So then my pain was getting too bad down there, so I told Destiny to tell my mom we had to go. We had to go. Oh, while I'm sitting there on the toilet, I was throwing up because the pain was too bad. So when I was going to get in the car, I told my mom she better get a trash bag. And luckily, on the way, I threw up in that bag. Didn't me. So, we got to the hospital. And so we're walking in, and there's these two men. And they tell us where to go. We go up to the elevator. And, we get up to the desk to get checked in. And we tell them my name, then they say, your name sounds familiar. You're supposed to get induced the next morning. No, we're supposed to. So then, we're standing there, and they're literally taking so long to get us checked in. And I'm obviously in a lot of pain here, and you're taking so long. So I told my mom I need to go to the bathroom because I thought I had to throw up. They said, hold on, or whatever. Then she tells that girl I got to throw up. Then the nurse runs and gets me a bag to throw up in real quick. So then they finally get us in the room. And they told me to go in there, or they gave me a gown so I could get undressed. So I get undressed, and then I go over and lay down in the bed. And they get me set up with the IV, and they put monitors on my stomach to monitor the contractions. So she checked me, and she only said I was about 1 to 2 centimeters dilated, and that my water was definitely broke. So then, my sister comes, she eventually comes, and they over there are trying to sleep, or there's a couch in there, and they fold it out, and they all three lay down on it.
We couldn't really fit. I was in the middle, and it was just hard to sleep. And the nurses kept coming in, so yeah, I couldn't really sleep that good. So.
And then I just remember about 2 o'clock, or it's about later than what time we got there. We got there about 12. They checked me again. They said I'm about 4 or 5 centimeters. Then my actual doctor then comes in, and he checks me, and he talks to me, and he says I'm dilating pretty fast. But he had to go because he had to do a C-section somewhere else. So then after my doctor had come in, he said it was okay to do the epidural. So they came in and did that. Everybody had to leave the room because they can't watch it. So the man said I had to slouch over a pillow like this so he could do it. So he cleaned up my back with some orange stuff, and then he stuck it in there, and then I kind of jerked because it kind of hurt. But people said it's going to be so bad. It only is a little poke, and then it's over. After that, they then put the catheter in. Because they say with the epidural, you don't know when you're peeing because it's numb down there. So they go on and put that in. And then with the epidural, I got real shaky. Because people was thinking I was cold by wetting. That's just what the epidural does to you. Then there was about 4:30 and 5, and they had just switched nurses. Then so the new nurse came in, and she was asking me if I was alright and stuff. So I told her that my butthole was hurting. So she checked me that last time, and then she said, I had to go get your doctor. It's about time for you to start pushing. So the doctor came in there, and he got my legs propped up, and it was time to start pushing the baby out. So they said whenever I felt my butthole started hurting, that's when I needed to push, because that's when a contraction was going on.
And yeah, Mom was in there too.
Yeah, and they was literally trying to kill me because they made you push for 10 seconds and then stop for 1 second, do it again for 10 more seconds, and I was literally so out of breath. She wanted me to just do it so frequently. So it's probably about 15 minutes in, and my mom was over there. She's sitting down. She says out loud, I don't know who she's talking to, but she says, I ain't feeling very well. Then all of a sudden, she just passes out. She's laying there on the couch. So some nurses go over and check on her, and she just ain't waking up. So they have to bring a couple more nurses in. Probably about 5 nurses at that point. They're in there. So they got this little thing. It's like a really strong smell. and they put it on her nose, try to wake her up, and she still don't wake up. So they're like, Becky, you gotta stay with me, Becky. So then they eventually just take her in the wheelchair and take her to the ER.
Yeah, and me and Amanda went down there, and they were asking us questions about her, like I'm not sure who her physician is, when her birthday and all that stuff, and she still wasn't really responding well, but eventually she was just fine.
They was even asking me questions when I was pushing. I was like, is she diabetic? Is she blah blah blah? I'm like, why are you asking me?
Yeah, right before it was time to push, me and Amanda and Mom were gonna go get breakfast, but they came and got Mom too fast, so we couldn't go get breakfast.
After that, she leaves, and I'm still pushing and stuff. And okay, so she's halfway already out, and it was really, really hurting. Even with the epidural, it was really hurting. So they keep telling me to push, and it's still hurting so bad. I'm like, it's hurting. They said, I know, this is the worst part. And they tell me to keep pushing. And finally just plops out the baby. And then after she's out, they tell me I have to push more to get the placenta out. I'm like, why am I pushing? I mean, why do I have to do this? So I kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and the baby's already out, so they wanted me to push more to get the placenta out. So that was out, and then they had to sew me up because I had 4th degree tear all the way to my booty hole. So he took like 30 to 45 minutes sewing me up. Like, then they put the baby on me, and I told them they had to get it off because it was hurting with him sewing down there. But then after I told him it's hurting, he put some medicine or did something down there while he was sewing it up. So then they finally do skin to skin. They put her on me. And then they just take her and do, they clean her up and feed her and do the blood pressure and blood sugar and all of that stuff. And give her, the shots she needs and stuff. Yeah. And she weighed 9 pounds and 3 ounces, by the way. That's probably why I tore so much, because she was a big baby.
Yeah. And she was born at 5:57 a.m. And her name is Aspen Grace Gordon.
Okay, so then,
like me.
A couple hours after that, they tried to get me to get up out of the bed so that I could go to the bathroom to use the bathroom. So I got in there. I couldn't even use the bathroom. They tried to turn on water to get me to use the bathroom, and it still wasn't working out. So I had to put on disposable underwear because I'm bleeding real bad. And they had these witch hazel pads, or like it's big. Put 2 of them down there to help with the pain. And then there's a spray, numbing spray, that I had to spray on there every time I went to the bathroom to help with the pain too. Oh, and every hour they would come in pressing on my stomach real hard, to make sure all the blood's out. And it was hurting. I don't know why they do that. You know, the next couple days they just finished doing test up, making sure I'm okay, making sure she's okay and stuff. So then there's like the last day we was about to leave, and I was real itchy on my legs and stuff. I was like, I had to tell the nurse that I was itchy real bad, and they was like, yeah, it's probably because of the epidural. Then I showed her, and she said it didn't look very good. So they just gave me some cream, and then we went home. But when we got home, it got worse and worse. It had gone on my legs and my stomach and all of my arms and stuff. We'll put some pictures on here. So I had to actually go to the doctor, and they gave me some better cream, and They said it was pups. People usually get it during their pregnancy, but I got it after. So yeah. Right now, it hurts every now and then, so I can't stand up too long, or it'll hurt. But other than that, I'm doing good, except for my jiggly fat stomach. Oh, I weighed 160 when I had the baby in me, but now I'm 125. Lit. Oh, here's the baby.
Yeah, she's sleeping right now. She's right up there.
She's cute, ain't she? Look like me. She came out with a lot of hair. People kept asking me if I had heartburn during my pregnancy. Nope, I didn't actually.
Well, if he's waiting now, maybe he can show the baby.
You can go get her.
The baby. Come to daddy, baby. Whoa. Ooh. She's still sleepy. Baby. Whoa. Yeah, baby. 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 Yeah, she's sleeping.
Yeah. Bye. I might not leave long. Yeah, honey, I'm good. I know that I probably should. Now, got somebody at home. If I say
Vicky
I
might
might
want
not leave long.
Sleepy baby. Sleepy baby.
I'll play you guys a little tune really quickly.
Okay, when you